What's up, my friend? Welcome back to another video. And today I wanted to give you the simplest Kajabi tutorial that you will ever see. And I promise, even though Kajabi is a very developed platform at this point, and basically an all-in-one business platform to help you grow and scale your online business through monetizing your knowledge and experience, at its core, it can be a very, very simple product and platform to use. And that's exactly what I want to highlight today in this video. So this video might be pretty short, but again, it's because Kajabi can be very simple when you break it down. So the first core element I want to talk about is the products section. So in Kajabi, you have a number of products depending on which plan you're on. And let me quickly show you what these are. So you can create an online course, which is basically Kajabi's like bread and butter. You could also create a community product where you have people coming into the platform and you can interact with them on a daily basis. You can have newsletters, you can create your own podcast, you can have a coaching product, so like private coaching, one-on-ones, or group coaching, that's all fair game. And then dedicated downloads like PDFs, MP3s, things like that. So 9 times out of 10, you probably will be creating an online course. And it's a very easy thing to set up as well. So you can select, is it an evergreen course, like it's always available, or is it only available at certain times of year, for example, in cohort formats. And then once you decide on that, then you can basically customize everything, the formatting of it, the title, the description, the start date, end date, all that stuff. So let's kind of go back here. So yeah, actually creating a product is very, very simple. And you can see in my lineup here, the majority of my products that I offer are all online courses. So my niche is in the composing, like orchestration niche. I basically teach people how to make and produce music on their computer. And all of these programs are dedicated to that purpose. I have the occasional different product though, right? Like here you can see I have an access group, which is the community product. So people can come in, they can interact with each other and myself. So just to quickly show you, this is what the community product looks like. There's different discussion groups and you can leave comments and stuff, right? And then if we take a look at one of the courses, this is my flagship course here, Cinematic Music Creation. And so if we take a look at the front-facing element, you can see this is a pretty familiar looking format. They call this the momentum template. So yeah, you click a video, takes you to that video, and then there's a description and people can leave comments and stuff like that. So products, again, are the bread and butter of Kajabi. And again, to create a product, it's so simple, but ideally you have some sort of system or A to Z like program that you are selling, right? Because that's the main difference between like a product versus a free piece of content on YouTube or social media. Socials, you can kind of talk about little bits and pieces of information or, in random orders. But when it comes to an online course, it has to be a very systematic approach from A to Z. So ideally you have a very systematic approach that you're selling as an online course. The second core element I want to talk about here is the actual payments or the offers that at least Kajabi calls it in their platform, offers. So offers are essentially the product that you're selling plus the price point that you're selling it at. So it's those two combined together that creates an offer. So you might have an online course that you've created, but how much are you selling it for? Let's say $100, right? So it's that product plus the price point of $100 that is now the offer that you are sharing with a potential client or potential customer. So hopefully that makes sense. So if we take a look at one of these offers here, let's look at this one here, the Composer's Intro to Logic Pro, okay? So I can name this offer and you have an internal title as well. You can upload a thumbnail and you can add whatever product you want to this offer. So the offer can have 0 products attached and just the price, or you can have one product or multiple products, like bundles or just individual courses. It's up to you. One thing I like to do as well is have an automation where I send them an email automatically after they purchase to essentially thank them for joining, the program. But the other important aspect of these offers is the checkout page. So this is what you want to link them to once they click buy on your sales pages. So yeah, you have a heading, you have a subheading, you can talk about the bullet points, stuff like that. And then, yeah, they have their information here. So if there's a coupon code, they can apply it, email address, their form of payment, and then go from there, right? And here you can see I've actually put in an order bump as well if they want to add to their order, which I've talked about multiple times on this channel as well. So those are offers. Once you have a product, you want to make sure that you attach it to an offer or attach it to a price to then create a certain offer. And that offer link, so here you can see these are all my offers. You can copy that link, and then when someone accesses that link, it takes them to the direct checkout page that they can buy, where they can buy the product, right? And the third core pillar I want to touch on here is the marketing tab or the marketing section. Obviously, if you have a product you want to sell, how can you actually get that product out to the world, right? And we do that through marketing. So the heartbeat of the marketing area is through the email campaigns, whether it's through a email broadcast or an email sequence. So just the quick difference is that email broadcasts are emails that you write manually. So maybe you have like a promotion that you want to do next week, right? So you would write out those emails and schedule them to go out the week after. Whereas email sequences are emails that are automatically sent out 24/7 depending on an action that someone takes. So maybe someone opts into your email list, right? Then they are automatically sent certain emails depending on when you schedule them to go out. So to show you a quick example of both, this is the most recent email that I've sent on March 23rd, 2026. So if you preview this, you can see that, we have a subject that I've written here, a preview text, and then I kind of talk about the weekly piece of content that I offer, and then a little promotion here for a program that's currently open at the time of this recording, and then some PS stuff here as well, right? So those are just regular email campaigns. But if we're talking about email sequences, the ones that are going out 24/7, then let's see here. So here you can see this email funnel here, cinematic music creation, this funnel, it's been sent out over 200,000 times. So over 200,000 emails in this funnel have been sent out. And you can see there are 96 subscribe triggers, which means there are 96 different ways that people can opt into my email list. So basically they do that through downloading one of my lead magnets, one of my free PDF guides, or watching my workshop. Once they do that, they are automatically subscribed to this email sequence. And then I have an email going out immediately right after they submit the form. And then, the days after, I have emails going out day 1, day 2, day 3 at 10 a.m. in the morning. And then I transition into my pitch for my bundle of courses, finishing off with one final day of just a bonus gift, giving them an additional lead magnet. So this is important because a certain percentage of people who receive these emails, think between 0.5% to 1%, will convert into paying customers. And this really is as passive as it gets, right? You write the emails once, you schedule them to go out whenever someone takes a certain action, and then a certain percentage of those people will convert into paying customers. And same idea with the manual broadcast emails too. So 0.5 to 1% of people who receive your manually written emails will become paying customers. Ideally, depending on the fact that your offer is actually good and there's a good incentive there for them to join, right? You really want the transformation, the outcome, the payoff to be so clear whenever you're giving someone an offer for a product or a program of any sort. So yeah, those are the 3 core pillars I wanted to touch on here. Again, Kajabi can be really simple. All you need is a product or a program that you've created, attach that to a certain price in order to create an offer that you sell. And then how do you get that offer out to the world? You use marketing. You use emails, right? Which are built into Kajabi. You have unlimited emails, whether they're written manually or you set them to go out automatically through an email sequence when someone takes a certain action like opting into your list. That's the system. That's really all you need to get up and running. Now, of course, you can do many more things in Kajabi, like build an entire website on it. You can have webinars, right? You can have payment processing, which is very simple, analytics, customer acquisition techniques. You have AI platforms like the Co-Founder. You basically have everything you need within the one platform. But again, just drilling down to the core essentials, these are the 3 things that I wanted to share with you that really, to me, comprise the heartbeat of the Kajabi platform. So that being said, if you wanted to try out Kajabi for yourself, maybe you've started creating some free content, you're building your business ideas, but you haven't really committed to a certain platform yet. then Kajabi, at least for me, is the one I would highly recommend because, again, it's one that I've used for years at this point. It's just really made the whole business process so much simpler and so much more streamlined. So I do have an extended trial link that you can use down below in the description, christophercu.com/Kajabi. And if you use my link down below, that will get you, again, a 30-day free trial compared to the regular 14-day free trial they give you on their website. And in addition to that, I'll give you 2 bonus courses, Kajabi in 30 days and content marketing for creatives, which will show you how to actually not only build your business on the Kajabi platform, but share with you how you can put out free content into the world, add massive value to people, and then monetize that in the back end through your courses, your programs. It'll take you step by step through that exact entire process if you are interested in learning more about that. And again, those are gifts for using my link in the description for you signing up for Kajabi. So thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I will catch you in the next one. See you very soon.